Hello and happy Saturday. It's Radio Free Professional Wrestling. Yes, I'm Shawn. I'm with my tag team partner, Ashlee, as we decide to break down TNA Bound for Glory, which will be happening this evening. Ashlee, this card has 10 matches on it, and we are going to pick who we think will win each and every match. One person will be the champion, and the other one will be having to eat some humble pie. And I know how this is going to play out. It's going to be me eating the humble pie. So, Ashlee.
No, I think this. I think you might have a shot with this one.
Okay, so I have the list of matches. Do you want to pick the matches, or you want me to pick the matches?
Go ahead, you pick the matches.
Okay, so we do not have the full list of the people in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet Battle Royal, but there is heavy speculation around the wrestling internet community that Frankie Kazarian, who's the special guest referee in the world title match later that evening, is in this Gauntlet Battle Royal. So if I had to say anybody wins this Battle Royal, it might be one Frankie Kazarian. How do you feel about that?
Yep. I would be perfectly fine with that. I think Kaz is a very good person. He's solid in the ring, and whoever comes out on top as the champion will have a very good match against Kaz.
Or like I'll give you a shout out right here because I was listening to the Wrestling Gals. Ella and Kimmy were on there doing their TNA preview, and literally Kimmy came up with this idea that since Frankie Kazarian is the person being the special guest referee, he wins the gauntlet and he calls the match down the middle. Then he cashes in and gets the title. He leaves Bound for Glory as your TNA World Champion. And I think that would be so TNA, like Kimmy said.
I think especially if the title changes hands, that could definitely rub some people the very wrong way.
Well, I'm going to hold my thoughts about this booking scenario until we get to the world title match, and I'll lay out my idea for this match. But the first match we are going to talk about is a tag team match. It's Ash and Heather by Ellis versus Zyla Britside, who's one of my favorite professional wrestlers from NXT UK when NXT UK was a thing. And she's teaming up with a NXT wrestler, Briley. I'm going to say that the babyfaces got the one up on the go home show to Bound for Glory. So, as much as I like Zyla Britside, I'm going to take Ash by Ellis and her partner to win this match here as they continue this feud.
Yeah, agreed. That's usually the foreboding leading up to the pay-per-view.
You know, if you study TNA booking 101, this is so how this thing is playing out, and I wish they would actually reverse this and let Zyla Britside have the win here. I honestly like to see Zyla Britside go up the card and go for the knockout title. That's just me personally. I'm kind of biased. So the second match we'll look at, we are going to slide down to PCO versus Matt freaking Cardona.
Gonna be crazy.
This is going to be nuts. This is going to be insane. It's the king of the death match, Matt Cardona versus the Frankenstein Canadian PCO. Ashlee, who are you taking in this match?
I would like to take PCO, but I feel like Matt Cardona is the king of shenanigans.
Well, you know, he's always ready. So, you know what? Heck with it. I'm taking Matt Cardona. Throw me in with the Cardonas, please.
Probably a solid choice. Like I said, he's usually got something up his sleeve. But I mean, PCO, literally inhuman, taking some of the craziest bumps and still come back.
I gotta say, this is a match that is making me want to hit that buy button on the pay-per-view. And I might just do it this evening, just for to see how insane these two guys go in this match. Let's go on to the third match we're going to talk about, as it's Mike Santana versus Moose. I like both guys. Moose has had a good run in TNA, but give me Mike Santana here, Ashlee, for the victory here, because we're trying to build Mike Santana. And I feel like Mike Santana needs a victory here over a former TNA World Champion as we get Santana's single run going here after he left AEW.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's had some good showings. So I think this would be a good opportunity, like you said, to have him get kind of like a linchpin, like benchmark win for him.
That's what I think. So let's go to the TNA World Title match. It's the System versus the Hardys versus ABC in a freaking triple threat match. I guess I love ABC. I feel like they're a good group. They're I'll shoot the Bullet Club, and out of the three teams here, they're the ones I want to see the titles on. But I got a feeling that we're going nostalgia here and give me the freaking Hardys for the win.
Yeah, I think I agree. And I agree wholeheartedly. I would rather it be ABC. But I don't think that TNA is going to pass up this opportunity. Um, it's been a long time since both Matt Hardy have been healthy and able to be together in a promotion. So I think TNA is going to pull the trigger on that.
You know, it would be bad to see the guys have one last title run in TNA. Then maybe at the end of it, they just hold Vanguard won again and they vanish back to the Hardyverse.
Yeah, and I like that they didn't put it on them immediately. They have waited, and the Hardys have kind of built up some wins and stuff like that. So it doesn't feel completely unwarranted.
Very true. Okay, so let's go to the knockout title match. It's Jordan Grace versus Masha Slamovich. Unfortunately for Masha Slamovich, I know she's a fine professional wrestler, but Jordan Grace is an unstoppable winning machine, and she's going to retain this title.
Yeah, she is just a monster, man. I think she's going to retain. I don't know if Masha's going to be able to outmuscle her.
And honestly, I like to see Zyla Brookside versus Jordan Grace. I feel like that would be a interesting class of styles because you have a high flyer in Zyla Brookside, somebody with that classic British wrestling style, since she's second generation, versus a powerhouse in Jordan freaking Grace. TNA, if you're listening, book this match, please. Thank you very much. On to the next match. We'll go to the TNA Knockout Tag Team title match as we have Spitfire versus Rosemary and Winnie Chu of NXT. I gotta say, I'm gonna go with since it's Halloween, I'm going with Rosemary and Winnie Chu here. I feel like you need to put these titles onto the better known two ladies to make this make any sense. We're having this NXT TNA collaboration thing going on. Why not just make it official and have some titles on one mirror of NXT?
I agree. Like you said, I think it's a good way to kind of, I mean, we know it's solidified, but like to kind of have like a unified tag team champion coming from each, one member from each company. I think it will be something that they can promote on both shows, and I don't think they'll pass that up.
Especially because Sunday is Halloween Havoc, and you could literally have these ladies win the titles on Saturday night, show up on Sunday night at Halloween Havoc, and who knows, challenge somebody else. Who knows? So let's go to the X Division title match, because I gotta say, Mike Speedball Belly has had one hell of a week. He's starting this weekend with El Bacano in a TNA X Division title match. This is gonna steal the show. That's all I'm gonna say about this.
Yeah. If you are into the flippy stuff, this is going to be right up your alley. And it, just as you said, match a few matches ago was, enough to make you want to hit that buy button. This right here should make a lot of people want to hit that button.
I'm gonna take Speedball Mike Belly to retain here, but this match is gonna be almost as good as him versus Katesha from last weekend at Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, I think he retains as well, but this is going to be the most insane match possibly of the week.
It's gonna be right up there with PCO and Matt Cardona for a crazy match of the week. So let's go to another match on the card here as we have Josh Alexander versus Steve Maclin. I gotta say, Josh Alexander had a good showing against Katesha at Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, and I'm going with Josh Alexander to beat Steve Maclin here in this non-title anything match here. I feel like these two guys are in the middle of a feud. So give Josh Alexander the victory here.
Yeah, I could see that. I think I agree. And Josh Alexander also had a great showing with Konosuke Takeshita this week. So, like you said, so I continue that momentum without the good showing.
Exactly. So we saved the best for the last. It's the TNA World Title match. It's Nate Namath versus Joe Hendry. Do you believe in Joe Hendry?
I feel like the graphic is very like telling. It has Kaz here with the belt over him.
I mean, as we said earlier in our preview, I was listening to the Wrestling Gals, and Ella and Kimmy was talking about this, and Kimmy's idea was literally have the match, have Kazarian hold the Call Your Shot victory, the trophy, and go like cash it in at the best opportune time for Kaz to leave as the world champion. Me personally, I was saying the smart money is on Joe Hendry. If you're betting on this match, a lot of people will be betting on Joe Hendry. So give me Nate Namath to upset a lot of Joe Hendry believers and walk out Bound for Glory, still your world champion.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
not
going
going
Nate
for
Namath. I mean, I normally believe in Joe Hendry, but not tonight.
Yeah, it does feel like they're not going to pull the trigger, or if they do, it'll be like one of those things that like it's immediately, like there's like shenanigans or reverse call or something like that.
I guess.
Um, this is a tough one. Do they believe in Joe Hendry?
I mean, he could be champion for 3 to 4 minutes until Taz attacks him, and 1, 2, 3, Taz is your champion.
I kind of thought that might be the way of it because it's a way to give everybody that up moment with the Joe Hendry win, but then you don't have to have Joe Hendry with the championship right now. You can kind of still have him chase it, which I think might be more of their money trail.
Could be. Or maybe this is where Joe Hendry slides away from TNA for a while and we see him reappear on NXT.
NXT. Yeah, I don't know. I think you know what? Give me the Joe Hendry win with the Kaz cash in.
Okay, we'll officially lock that in for you. So that is our TNA Bound for Glory preview here on Brave Free Professional Wrestling. If you have enjoyed this little mini video segment, check out the full show, which should be right behind this one on our YouTube channel. Until we see you next time, stay stunning and have a great weekend.